Subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on this bell icon to get all the latest videos. Topic is how to create a nice thumbnail for your YouTube video. As you know, the thumbnail is a really important for YouTube creators, the content creators, because when people click on their video, they first saw the thumbnail, and if you make the thumbnail really good and really understandable what you are making, and you can focus all your work in your thumbnail, you can shine and your videos will get a tons of views. So let's see how we do it, and I will show you everything how to do it in Adobe Photoshop CS6 version. As you can see in the preview, we have our before and after image, and that was I make how to do soft light effect, and you can see the video in the description below. And we have also a match skin tone video. As you can see in the left side, we have a dark skin tone, as you can see here, and the right picture is really good, and all the skin tone are matched. It looks really beautiful. And I also used the arrow here to show the difference from this picture to this picture, and that is a nice thumbnail. And make sure it is really clean and people can understand it really properly. And also this image I used this Photoshop logo also. It means that I'm using the Photoshop software to do this thumbnail or to make this thumbnail, and I also have this as an example. As you can see, we have another example, and it is about how to create YouTube video and how to make thumbnail using Photoshop. This is a nice example. You can pause it and see it how I did it, and I will show you everything how to do it. So guys, let's go into the Photoshop interface. As you can see, so first and foremost thing, you need to go to this file segment and go to new and select any name such as demo, and make sure you wide this 1920 and height this 1080, which is full HD, and make sure your resolution is 72, and also make sure it is in pixel per inch and all of them are in pixels, and color mode RGB, and make sure this is really important, it is 8-bit. If you select 16-bit, as you can see, the image size gets lot larger, and the YouTube does not support more than 2 MB for their thumbnail. So if you do that, you can save this preset and you can press OK, and you can add any image here. You can drag any kind of image, such as suppose this image, as you can see, and you can also resize it and position it, anything. So if you want to do it, you just click this tick button, it will be done. Or if you don't this, you just click cancel transform, it is gone. So let's go to our main topic. First you need to select two pictures, or here I am selecting a picture for you. Suppose this phone frame. Suppose you want to select this frame, only the phone frame, not the whole thing. So for that you need to go to this layer, and you can create duplicate layer for it and press OK, and then you can go to this quick selection tool, or you can press W to do it, and just zoom in using Ctrl+, and as you can see, you can select this. Also important tip, alter and hold right mouse button simultaneously to change the cursor or the brush size at any point. This is really handy and useful tip. Just drag it, make sure you did a perfect selection there. This is really important. So our selection is done. You can also do this refine edge, and you can select the radius, change the radius if you want. You can make the edges smooth. You can change the feather. As you can see, we get, if you change the feather, we get a nice dark effect there. So don't overdo it, just a little bit of feather, and increase the contrast, which will make your image look sharp. And you can, as you can see, you can change the shift edge. You can increase it according to your need. Just play with it, you will understand everything. I'm just showing you the procedure and the path. And just if you're satisfied, then you need to go to this panel, OK, select it. And if you want to transform this, if you want to just copy this total frame to another image, to this image, you can do it really easy and simple. What you need to do, just click this arrow type of button, which is the transform key, which is the move tool. As you can see, just click on it and you can move it. See, really easy. And you can copy this one using Ctrl C, and you can drag it here using Ctrl V. Really simple, really easy. And now what you can do is you can resize it using edit and transform. You can change the scale or you can change the rotation. First change the rotation because I want it to be like this. So that is good. If you're satisfied, just place on this tick button, it will be done. And you can also edit it further using go to this edit and transform, and you can just now select the scale and you can make it bigger, make it smaller. So I'm just for tutorial purpose doing it really quickly, but you can do it more professionally and better. I know you guys will learn a lot from it and you will do much better job than I do. So just play with it, you will learn everything. For purpose I am using this only the white background. You can use any kind of background, you can add any kind of wallpaper to your background and do it. So I personally like this white background because it is more clean and smooth looking, so that's why I'm using this white one. So if you do it, just click this button and it is set now. Just now you need to add images. For safety you can use this layer again, or you can press Ctrl J to create another layer. Suppose I want to this image as you can see, and you can resize it. So you can rotate it, resize it, anything you want. Press OK and you are done. Now select another image, suppose this one. That was our previous image and that was our after. And I made a video about how to create nice HDR effect on it. And then what you can do, you can also press this Photoshop icon and just drag it and move it here. It will tell that you did this using Photoshop, or you can use it aside, but I like in the middle. Just press OK, it looks good. And if you want to change the this logo, this shadow, everything, you can double click on this layer, this icon layer. So here you have all those options. You can have texture option, you can add this texture, you have this stroke option. If you double click this stroke, you have the stroke color option, this red. As you can see, this turns into red. And you can use this any kinds of thing you want, just feel free to do it. And I will show everything in the color overlay, outer glow, this drop shadow, everything when I'm going to the text option. So if you're satisfied, click OK. You can also resize the position of it, as you can see. Now create another layer if you want, or if you don't want, don't create, but I suggest you to do all of your work step by step in there. That is the more professional way and the more better way and safe way. Now let's add some text here, or you can use this rectangular tool. Just click it, you will have right click. If you right click, you have all those options, but I'm selecting here the rectangular tool, and you can use this shape. This one is really nice, and you can add text to it, or as you can see, it is totally white. You can change this color. If you go to this fill, as you can see, you can give any color, and you can also change the stroke. I mean, this border is the stroke thing. You can change this border color, anything, and you can change this fill color. But I like this black one a little bit because it more pops better. Now what you can do, you can go to this text, you can add text, and as your background is totally black, so white color would be really awesome. So write create, and you can resize it, the total texture, and if you select you and total this texture, and if you go to this top side, as you can see, you can change the total font size, according to your need, suppose 200. If you want to also tweak this texture effect, you can want to give a nice texture effect, you can go to this right side and click on this layer, double click, and there will a box open for you, and I already show you something about it. You can change this bevel and emboss, which will make it more smooth, and you can use texture. As you can see, there is a texture pattern to it. You can change the opacity, as you can see, or this texture opacity, everything. And if you go to this stroke option, which is the most important and mostly used by people, you can select this white color, and you can also use it. As our background is black, you cannot see these black shades. As you can see, you can change also the size of your shade, the amount, and the opacity, obviously. So I'm keeping it as normal here. So you can change this inner shadow, you can change the distance, you can change the choke or make it more thinner, and you can obviously change the size. And in the next we have this inner glow. Inner glow, you have softer, precise, just use softer, and the choke. And if you take this satin, you can also change the distance. As you can see, it gives a nice effect to it. And you can obviously change this opacity as well. For every single panel you have this opacity, and you can change this total text color. So I'm keeping it at normal, but you can do it outer glow. It gives your later a nice highlight, and I really use it, and it really helps to make the image a lot more pop and people can see it properly. You can also give some effect. The gradient overlay is really good and it's really important because it can give some effect to you. As you can see, if you select this one, as you can see, it looks nice and it has a nice color tint to it. As you can see, nice color tint. And you can obviously change yellow color of this to any color, to this color. As you can see, this nice orangey kind of effect really pops the total image. So personally I like this color a little bit, so I'm keeping it at yellow, a little bit of shade to it. So if you're okay, press OK, and you can also change the opacity, which is really common, and you will understand it if you want to. If you play with this opacity, you can understand really easily. And you have those scaling option. As you can see, if I make the scale little less, it will get orangey, and if I make it bigger, it will get more yellowish. So that's really nice. Now create another layer if you want, and give another text. Suppose this one is nice, and make this red, and go to text again, horizontal, and select your text color white, because white looks really nice in red border or red fill. You can write YouTube, so you can obviously select this text and change this text size to 180 or 160 or 150. So that was our text, YouTube. Press OK, and just tweak it a little bit and do some editing. First drop in shadow. As you can see in this picture, you can see the shadow properly, the shadow distance, this spread. As you can see, it looks like it is a 3D text. Really nice. Awesome. This looks really awesome. And you can change the opacity if you want to tweak it. You can, as you can see, it is a nice 3D effect. Awesome. And you can obviously have the stroke option, so that's really nice. You can give inner shadow. That was really good. Inner shadow looks really good on this kind of particular texture. Wow, it looks really nice. I like this white text in our red rectangular. That looks nice. Just press OK if you're satisfied. And now you can add more, such as this arrow. And let me just arrange it properly. Add it here. That looks really nice. Press OK, and then you can do more. Let's go to this layer style panel and change the stroke. I'm changing the stroke color because the black is not so good often, so this color is good. And inner glow, and add some inner shadow. That's really nice. And you can use this color overlay to any color. You can select which is good for you. You can select any kinds of color. So if you are done with this, all this shadow, outer glow, inner shadow, inner glow, just play with them. They are really nice. As you can see, if you change this distance, gives nice effect. And also this size, it looks 3D, which looks really good. I'm really a fan of it. Then if you are satisfied, just press OK. So then our main text have to be revealed, which is our thumbnail text. Now I want to do it in a particular segment, which is here beneath this graphics effect. Just click this text. Now in this case, I'm not using this rectangular shape. Just want to write my text in this white background. Or just selecting a panel for our thumbnail text. So here you can add your text, and your text color should be anything of this color. This, and you can obviously change this font size to 160 suppose, or 160, which is really good. And just write it. And I should make it a little bit bigger, 180, or if I select 190, so that is really good. 190 is really good. Now this text is really important, and you need to also edit it. So press OK and go to this layer and click on it. Do the same thing again and again for the text. Real simple. As you can see, if you do it a couple of times, it will make you really awesome thumbnail and awesome text. First add this stroke, which is important. Let's see which one is good for it. So I think this is really good. Let's add some inner shadow. Some inner glow also. And so color overlay, drop some shadow. So that's really nice. And you can also use this gradient overlay if you want. So let's go to this one, and you can add different kinds of color to it, and just you need to play with this. If you want to do it, just play with these kinds of options. As you can see, it will get more in the blue kinds of color, and you can use any random color. This green one looks really nice, so just add it, press OK. Thumbnail text, you can go to this layer thumbnail and double click on it, or if you want to change this text size, you should select this thumbnail text and you need to go to this edit, and you can go to this transform and you can change the scale. Now as you can see, you can change the scale, and you can change this font size. As you can see, you can change and you can take it to anywhere, to any place, and just press OK. And you can do this for all these layers. You can tweak this, change it, and if you want to give some effect, you can do it. Real simple. Create YouTube thumbnail. And I also show you this, how to select some particular portion from a picture and add it to your any kind of frame. Suppose this iPhone frame looks really nice. And that was for an example. And you can also, as you can see, this FX panel, this are all your text, all your graphics, really awesome. So I just show you the basic way and the proper way how to do this perfect thumbnail for your YouTube videos, and how to make it really simply and easily within 10 to 15 minutes. So if you do it properly, if you master it, you can really make it within 10 minutes or 8 minutes. Really simple and easy. Let's see, if you want to save this one, you can go to this file and click this save as. If you save it in PSD, it will save the total project. So if you want to select, and if you want to save it in JPEG, as you can see, so drag your file format to JPEG, JPEG and JPE, and just name it any, and choose the destination, press save. And in the quality panel, make sure your quality is 8 and it is high, and you should check this business standard, or you can use optimized. So don't use progressive, just use these two options, press OK. It will have our preview. So let's see our preview. As you can see, I have made this thumbnail for you, and that was our output. And as you can see, it looks really nice and totally clean and beautiful. People can understand it by seeing that I have written create YouTube thumbnail, and also I add the little bit of graphics of before and after picture, and I also showed this Photoshop icon so that people understand I make it using Photoshop. So guys, I hope you really like my videos, and if you like this, please subscribe to it and share to your friends, and obviously like my videos. So thanks for watching and peace out.